In the small town of Brookville, Pennsylvania, scattered around its surrounding forest are rocks. Yep, rocks. But what's special about these rocks is that some of them have carvings from a 20th century lunatic who was incarcerated before he moved into the woods and started praying to boulders. Let's take it back to 1901. Douglas Stallman is living a happy life with his wife Marion in Valparaiso, Indiana. Marion recently gave birth to their second son, and Douglas decided it'd be a good time to head over to Chicago. While he was there, Marion got incredibly sick due to complications with the birth and, like any normal person, sought the aid of a physician. Douglas came back home and was furious. He ordered the physician out of the house and told his wife they should rely on the Douay faith. She did, and died from blood poisoning. Douglas was arrested and psychiatrically evaluated. It was determined that he was insane over religion, so his kids were given to family and he was sent to a residential home. One night, Dougie must have felt a little adventurous, so he snuck out of a window and was formally declared at large. Some officials later reported receiving threatening letters from him. It's unclear if he was ever caught for this or not. Eventually, in 1908, he ended up where our story takes place, Brookville. He began praying at a secluded rock in the woods when he came up with the idea of dedicating rocks to specific prayers, such as health or hope, and supporting them with Bible verses. With the help of some friends, he made outdoor chapels and even developed his own following as word got around in newspapers. Things were looking up for Douglas. That is, until people discovered he essentially neglected his wife in the name of religion, and he was shunned within the community. In 1911, Douglas moved into a secluded cabin and began his quest to inscribe as many rocks as possible. He made about 500 of these things. Some of them stuck with the original theme of dedications and Bible verses, while others derailed into his personal life, such as how God ordered that he marry a local lady who seemed to have an aversion to senile men. Allegedly, another rock details a conflict with said woman's family. He also wrote his manuscript titled The Dedicated Rocks, where most of his past is described. The last rock was made in 1913. In 1915, Douglas was once again incarcerated and, unsurprisingly, declared insane. He spent the rest of his life in Dixmont State Hospital, where he died in 1942. Today, several of the rocks are preserved by the Jefferson County Historical Society and can be found at the Scripture Rocks Heritage Park. Many are baffled by their meaning, and even more baffled by their creator, but these innocuous boulders serve as a unique testament to the small town's rich history.